Now we have displacement reaction and the reactivity series. Okay, first we will understand what is the reactivity series. ठीक है, सीरीज से मतलब होता है एक के बाद एक सीक्वेंस में जब चीज़ें अरेंज होती है उसे हम सीरीज कहते हैं. एंड दिस रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज इज द ऑर्डर. ओके, ये जो आप ऊपर से नीचे तक देख रहे हैं ये एक ऑर्डर है रिएक्टिविटी का. एंड एज यू कैन ऑब्जर्व दीज ऑल आर मेटल्स. Okay, so we can also say that this is a metal reactivity series. Here I have written increase, here it's written decrease. Okay, so when we are moving from top to bottom, the reactivity will decrease, and when we go from bottom to the top, the reactivity will increase. So this also means that potassium is the most active metal, and gold, as it is at the bottom of the reactivity series, it is the least active metal. This is the reason that most of the ornaments that you see, jewelry that you see, it is made up of silver and gold because they are least reactive. They do not react with our skin. We can wear it in our hands, in our neck, in our wrist, but they won't react with our skin. Okay. Now what is the need to know which metal is more reactive than which metal? Okay. There must be a purpose for studying this thing. So it helps us in understanding the displacement reaction. So now we will understand what is the displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is a simple reaction in which one element can substitute another element from its compound. Okay, see here we have written an example. This is copper sulfate, Cu for copper, and this whole SO4 is sulfate. We have taken zinc and it's producing products as zinc sulfate and copper. So you see copper was here and zinc was here. Zinc was not along with sulfate. Okay, but after the reaction proceeds, zinc sulfate is formed and copper is left alone. Okay, earlier it was with sulfate and now it is alone. Even the solution color that was blue here, it is changing to colorless because when zinc is there it does not give any characteristic color, but copper, when it is alone, you can see that it is deposited and it is red in color. Okay, so we need to understand whether this reaction can proceed or it won't proceed. Okay, understand it by this example. Okay, let's say that there are two boys, one A and another is B. Okay, two boys, two girls, or two children. Okay, the first one has a weight of 40 kg, the another one has a weight of 80 kg. Okay, despite of the age, the weight here is of a concern. A and B both start to push each other. Who is going to win? Of course B is going to win because he has a higher weight and actually it is double than that of A. So when we are talking about the metals, okay, let's say like copper and zinc. Now check the reactivity series. Zinc is here and copper is down at the bottom. Okay, so zinc is more reactive than copper. Okay, so this means that zinc is more reactive and it can displace copper. Okay, because it has more strength, it has more reactivity. Okay, and because of the same reason this equation can proceed. As zinc is more reactive, it will remove copper from its solution. Okay, now we'll see another example for the same thing. Here we have zinc sulfate and copper. Okay, like इस जो ये जो इक्वेशन था ना इसको उल्टा कर दिया तो देखते हैं क्या कॉपर जिंक को डिस्प्लेस कर सकता है या नहीं कर सकता है. अगर डिस्प्लेस कर देगा तब तो कॉपर सल्फेट और जिंक बन जाएगा. ठीक है, but actually it is not possible. This reaction won't occur. The reason being that you have to take a good look on the reactivity series. Zinc is present where? Here is the zinc and copper is here. Okay, copper नीचे है, it is less reactive, so it can't displace zinc from its compound. So this reaction won't occur. Okay, similarly now you can try to solve this equation. Okay, just try to answer if this reaction will proceed or it won't. Okay, here we have ferrous sulfate. Okay, Fe is for iron. Here you can see iron, okay, and copper. Copper is down here. Okay, you can pause the video and try to solve it yourself, but I am doing it now. Okay, this reaction will also not proceed. Reason being the same, that copper is below iron and it can't displace it. Okay, because when we talk about the reactivity, iron, that is written as Fe, ferrous, it is more reactive than copper. Okay, so from this points or all these points we can write a two-liner definition and understand the concept that any element that is present. Okay, for example, if we are talking about zinc and iron. Okay, so first we are talking about iron. Iron is present below zinc, so it can't displace any element that is present above zinc, including zinc as well. Okay, iron won't substitute zinc from the solution, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, barium, sodium and potassium. As you can see from this example also, copper is present below zinc. Okay, copper is here, zinc is here. Okay, so copper can't displace zinc, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, barium, sodium and potassium. But what about these? Okay, these are also present above copper, so obviously copper can't displace any of these. Okay, this whole from here to here, okay, till hydrogen. Okay, till hydrogen, copper can't displace these elements. Similarly, when we are talking about most active metals, okay, let's talk about sodium for instance. When sodium is present in an equation, it means it can displace all these elements. Okay, from here to here, it can displace all these elements from the compound or from the solution because it is more active than all of them. So we can say element present above another element can displace all the elements present below it, but the elements present at the bottom can't displace any element present above it. Okay, so this is for the reactivity series and this is for the displacement reaction. Displacement reaction can be defined again as when one metal or one element substitutes another element from its compound forming a new compound, then it is known as the displacement reaction. नाम से पता चला डिस्प्लेस कर देगा, ठीक है, वो उसको वहाँ से हटा देगा और उसकी जगह पे खुद आ जाएगा. This is our displacement reaction. Now the last topic, that is the non-metals and their uses and metals and their uses. Okay, M is for metals and Nm is for non-metals. So it is very simple. Okay, these are the things that you can see by yourself, that we breathe air. Okay, when we were writing the examples about non-metals, we wrote oxygen, nitrogen, these kinds of gas. Nitrogen is a component of fertilizer that is very important for plants, and air that we breathe like oxygen we need to survive. Then we have the crackers. Okay, non-metals are used as crackers जो आप दिवाली पे जलाते हो. Then we have water purification. Okay, non-metals are also used to purify water. We have used water treatment plants and we use non-metals to purify water. Okay, जो water गंदा हो चुका है उसको अगर साफ करना है, because we have limited amount of water. Although we have a large amount of water, but the amount of water that can be used is very low. Okay, so it has to be purified. Then metals uses, we have a lot of things like electricity conduct करना हो गया तो metal चाहिए. Cooking utensils है तो वो metal के बने होते हैं because they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Then we can also see that ornaments, as we discussed, that gold क्योंकि वो react नहीं करता है. Then we have wires, electricity conduction, and hard objects like something for decoration or a bench that you sit over in your school, the desk that you study. ठीक है, जो भी हम लोग को ज़्यादा ऐसी चीज़ें चाहिए जो long lasting हो, we try to make it hard and we use metal over there. Okay, you can find more about the uses of metals and non-metals in your daily life as well. This whole topic is completed now, and if you like the video then share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.